There are moments in life when the weight of everything you've tried, everything you've lost, everything you've hoped for, sits heavy on your shoulders. And you think, maybe this is it. Maybe this is where it ends. Maybe I've tried enough. Maybe I've failed too many times. But I want to tell you something. Something I learned the hard way. Something that shaped my life more than any success ever did. You're never as far as you think you are. Most people quit one try too soon. One moment before the breakthrough. One decision before the change. One heartbeat before everything shifts. The difference between failure and victory is often just one more try. I know what it feels like to be exhausted. Not just physically, but in your soul. To give everything you have and still come up short. To watch others succeed while you're still climbing, still struggling, still questioning if it's even worth it. I know what it's like to look at yourself in the mirror and wonder if you're enough. But listen to me, you are. You've always been enough. You just stopped believing it because life convinced you otherwise. We're told to measure success by outcomes, by trophies, titles, numbers, applause. But real success isn't about what you achieve. It's about what you survive. It's about the moments you decide to try again when you have every reason not to. When I was starting out, I was told no more times than I can count. No, you're not the right fit. No, you're not tall enough. No, you don't look the part. No, no, no. There were days I didn't just hear rejection. I breathed it. It lived with me. It ate at my confidence. I remember walking home from another failed audition, rain pouring, clothes soaked, wondering why I was doing this to myself. And yet, I kept walking. I kept showing up. I kept trying. Because something deep inside me, something small but stubborn, whispered, just one more try. That whisper saved me. That whisper changed my life. You see, the world doesn't hand you success. It tests you for it. It asks, how badly do you want this? Are you willing to get back up after you fall? Are you willing to look foolish while learning? Are you willing to keep going when no one's watching? Most people say yes until it hurts. Then they stop. But the ones who don't, the ones who keep going, who try one more time, they change everything. The power of one more try is quiet. It doesn't roar like victory. It whispers in the dark when you're alone with your doubts. It's the hand that lifts you when your strength fails. It's the voice that says, I've come too far to quit now. Every great story, every legend, every success is built on that moment. The moment someone decided not to quit. When you feel like giving up, I want you to imagine this: there's a wall in front of you. You've been pushing against it for years, sweating, straining, believing it will never move. And just when you're ready to stop, to walk away, you try one more time, you push again. And this time it shifts, just a fraction, but enough to let the light in. Enough to remind you that progress was happening all along, even when you couldn't see it. That's life. Growth doesn't announce itself. It happens quietly, in the background, while you're fighting, while you're trying, while you're doubting. And then one day, it shows up, and people call it luck. But it's not luck. It's persistence. It's the power of one more try. I spent years watching others get opportunities I didn't. I spent years doing jobs I hated just to survive. I spent years pretending I didn't care when I did. But every day, even in the smallest way, I kept trying. I kept believing that effort meant something. That persistence wasn't wasted. That failure wasn't final. And I promise you, it's not. Failure isn't the end of the road. It's part of the path. Every no brings you closer to yes. Every fall teaches you how to rise faster. Every setback strengthens the part of you that can't be broken. The truth is, success doesn't test your talent. It tests your endurance. Anyone can work hard when it's easy. Anyone can believe when the results come quickly. But real strength is born in the moments when nothing works, when everything hurts, and you still try. Because trying again isn't about being naive. It's about being unstoppable. It's about saying, I've been knocked down before. I know this pain, and I know it won't last. I remember the first time I walked onto a stage that truly mattered. The lights, the crowd, the pressure. I'd waited for that moment my entire life. And do you know what I felt? Fear. Doubt. The same voice that told me I wasn't enough. But then I remembered all the nights I almost gave up. All the times I said, one more try. And suddenly, that fear became fuel. That doubt became proof that I was still fighting. You'll never know how strong you are until life gives you no choice but to be. The world is full of people who quit too soon, people who were one step away from success, one try away from a miracle. Don't be one of them. Don't let exhaustion have the final word. When you fail, and you will, don't see it as proof that you can't. See it as evidence that you're still in the game. I know it's hard. I know you've tried before. Maybe you've tried 100 times. Maybe you've given your best and it still wasn't enough. Maybe you're tired of hearing, keep going. But what if this next time is the time? What if the thing you've been waiting for is one try away? You won't know unless you go for it. Every success story you admire has a chapter of despair that no one talks about. Every champion has cried in silence. Every icon has wanted to quit. The only difference between them and everyone else is they didn't. They tried one more time. It's such a simple idea, but it's everything. One more try can rebuild a dream. One more try can save a relationship. One more try can heal a heart. One more try can change a life. And when you think about quitting, I want you to remember the person you were when you started. Full of fire, full of hope, full of belief. That person is still inside you. They're waiting for you to remember why you began. The path to greatness isn't straight. It's messy, painful, uncertain. But it's also beautiful. Because every failure you survive makes your eventual success mean more. People love to celebrate the finish line. But the real magic happens in the middle, in the trenches, in the thousand small moments when you choose to rise instead of rest, to fight instead of fold, to try again instead of give up. That's where champions are made. I want you to look at your life right now. Not at what's missing, not at what's broken, but at what's still possible. Because there's always something left to give, always another step to take, always one more try inside you. If you can breathe, you can try. If you can move, you can try. If you can think, you can try. Don't underestimate the power of small steps. Small steps move mountains when you refuse to stop taking them. The world might tell you to be realistic, to play it safe, to lower your expectations. But remember, every innovation, every discovery, every revolution was started by someone who tried one more time after everyone else stopped. They failed, they fell, they were laughed at, dismissed, ridiculed, and they kept going. That's the difference. That's the power. You don't need to be extraordinary to achieve something great. You just need to keep trying when ordinary people quit. There will be nights when you can't sleep because your mind won't stop replaying your mistakes. There will be mornings when getting out of bed feels like an act of war. There will be days when you question every choice you've made. And those are the days that define you. Those are the days you whisper to yourself, just one more try. Because the truth is, trying again doesn't guarantee success, but not trying guarantees failure. You don't have to climb the whole mountain today. You just have to take one more step. You don't have to fix everything tonight. You just have to move 1 inch closer to better. Progress isn't about perfection. It's about persistence. There's a quote I once heard: courage doesn't always roar. Sometimes it's the quiet voice at the end of the day that says, I'll try again tomorrow. That's the power we forget. The quiet courage of persistence. You are capable of more than you think. You've survived things you thought would break you. You've healed from wounds that once felt permanent. You've rebuilt yourself from ashes before, and you can do it again. Don't let the darkness fool you into thinking the light won't return. It will, but you have to keep walking toward it. The universe rewards effort. It respects resilience. It responds to the ones who refuse to quit. You might not control how fast things happen, but you control whether you stop trying. You control whether you show up. You control whether you rise. That's power. That's freedom. That's ownership. Every one more try builds something invisible: character, discipline, faith. Those are the muscles that carry you when talent fades, when luck runs out, when motivation disappears. You will face moments when nothing makes sense, when the people you love doubt you, when even your own reflection seems foreign. But those are the moments that forge you. That's the furnace of greatness, and you don't walk out of it the same. Every scar tells a story. Every struggle teaches a lesson. Every setback hides a seed of strength. The only way you lose is if you stop watering that seed. So, when you fall, and you will fall forward, learn something. Just get up and try again. Because one day, all those tries will add up, and you'll look back and realize it wasn't one moment that changed your life. It was all of them. Every single time you refused to quit. Every time you whispered, "One more try," when no one was listening. That's how change happens. Slowly, painfully, beautifully. And when people ask you how you did it, you'll smile. Because you'll know it wasn't magic. It wasn't luck. It wasn't some grand moment. It was the accumulation of 1,000 quiet decisions to keep going. It was the power of one more try. So, the next time you fail, try again. The next time you're rejected, try again. The next time you doubt yourself, try again. The next time you feel like it's over, try again. Because maybe, just maybe, that next attempt is the one that changes everything. Don't let fear write your ending. Don't let exhaustion silence your fight. You owe it to yourself to see how far one more try can take you. The world doesn't belong to the smartest, or the luckiest, or the most talented. It belongs to the ones who keep showing up. So keep showing up, keep fighting, keep believing, keep trying. And when it hurts, when you've got nothing left, look at the sky, take a breath, and say, "One more time." Because that's the moment everything starts to turn. That's the moment you stop being a dreamer and become a doer. That's the moment you become unstoppable. Don't quit now. Not when you've come this far. Not when you've survived this much. You've still got more to give, more to become. And all it takes is one more try.